Yeah, you're listening to Road Trippin' with Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye, hosted by Alec Clifton. Now let's clang those glasses together and get this thing started. For all you sexy listeners out there, let's get this thing together. Let's keep it moving. And remember, stay sexy. Road Trippin'.
You know what that means. Road Trippin' with RJ and Channing, episode 4, coming from the nation's capital. And we love, no pun intended, doing the podcast. But our guest tonight we're pretty excited about.
The one and only.
The one and only.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. How are you doing?
I'm excited to be here. I knew I kind of skipped out on you last time.
Kind of.
Kind of.
He had other things, man.
Kev was
Did I have a dinner? I was sick that day? I told you in
sick that
advance, though.
You told us in advance?
Yeah.
No, you did not tell us in advance. You
Back
said maybe.
spasms.
Did you have a photo shoot?
Back spasms.
Yeah.
Here's the thing at the here's the thing at the end of the
Oh,
day.
Like, not tonight, honey. I have a headache.
You were not on the injury report the next day, so of the last one that you skipped out on. So
At what
does not
point in your
count.
career do you get a DMP for being old?
Tim Duncan, I think, was the first person to ever get a DMP.
This is too
just
old.
By the way, way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his
I don't
time.
know if that was a Pop thing or a Spurs organization, but I feel like they kind of set a trend there.
Tim has a great sense of humor.
Right.
Not that type of sense of humor.
Okay.
Yeah, not that.
But I'm sure when he saw that,
Yes.
he loved it.
Oh, everybody loved it. The whole
Right.
organization thought it was hilarious.
That's great.
That's
So.
funny.
You were there for that.
Yeah. Those were the dark days for the Spurs.
All right.
Those were the
Right.
dark days.
Yeah.
61 wins, that type of stuff.
Oh,
we
God.
all sucked.
It's in the past.
It's in
for
the
sure.
past.
61
Everybody has a scrapbook.
Ran into a scrappy young Suns team.
God, I remember those days.
Oh, man.
Those left-handed hook passes from Goran Dragic.
Oh, my God. Yo,
couldn't
he
guard
went
him.
gorilla in a third quarter of that game. I was just unbelievable. That's why I saw Steve Nash, like, bawling, and I didn't understand why. But he had never beaten the Spurs, and so it was the first time he ever beat the Spurs, and he was just bawling his eyes out. And I was like, what's the big deal? It's just the Spurs.
Oh, well,
And
see,
he
that's
was
the
like,
difference, Shannon. You've never won anything. Like, Steve actually cares about winning.
We should stop right there. You have won something.
Yeah, I have
We're
won something.
referencing
I won
at that
something
time-
the same
at-
time.
Okay, just
Virginia
clarify.
won something.
Did you win a high school state championship?
You're dang right I did.
Too bad
Like
this is
5A,
only
like
audio.
the highest level, not like Richard's level, where he plays like, the smallest schools.
Oh, yeah.
4A is
How-
cool.
Yeah. How
But
how-
Richard, I will say this, has withstood the test of time. He went to his finals, your second and third year, or your first and second year?
First and second.
First and second year,
Right, yeah.
and then in your 15th year,
15th year, jeez.
You
thanks
won
for
the NBA Finals.
And thanks for the start. Thanks for the start, Kev.
You know,
going out
hey.
with a concussion.
I you
appreciate
came
it.
to me before the game.
He
You
was
said,
like-
this is
People
what's
don't-
going to happen.
This was going to happen. It's going to be
You're
a great
You're going to get hit
Super hard.
lightly on back of the head.
lightly on
You're
the
gonna
back
sell
of the head.
it.
Sell it.
It's a Steve Spiro,
Sell
head
it.
athletic trainer.
Yeah, we watched the movie Concussion that afternoon, and we're
We
like,
did.
This is
Will
how we're gonna do
Smith,
it.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. Shout out.
Thanks, Channing.
Channing.
Thanks, Channing.
So, yeah, I went to the bench.
I thought After
you know.
Earth was very underrated.
Oh, God. He continues to talk. Kev. So
Let's go back to
so-
game 3.
Okay.
Game
okay.
2. Game 2.
Oh, no. So Kevin decided that he was
Right.
going to take a hit in the head,
Yeah.
kind of act woozy,
Yeah.
and then he
Right.
was like, Richard, you're gonna come
Disoriented
in.
was my words.
And the best
Were
thing
my
about it
words.
is because we are two parts of the triangle. The triangle
Yep.
is me, Kevin, and Channing.
Yeah.
And so because of that, he was like, "Yo, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get you a start." He's like, because once he heard that I had the longest gap between finals, he was like, "Dude, you should get a start." So this guy
He
just
had experience.
Yes, this guy just being a great teammate.
Yeah.
He decided to sit out a game, give me a start, come back. Then
Is this the first time everyone is hearing about
Yeah,
this?
I think this is the first time people are hearing
Yeah,
about
this is going to be pretty groundbreaking.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
The millions of listeners. Yeah.
to the dozens of listeners
Yeah, to
out
the
there.
2 dozen
Yeah.
listeners.
Yeah, to the 2 dozen
Yeah.
listeners.
All in Stanton, Ohio.
Had
Yeah.
the finals not ended the
There's
way
a
they
cramp.
did, would we be talking about this right now?
Say it again.
Had the
But,
finals not gone the way they did, would you guys have unleashed that information?
well, no, because we probably would have said
well,
it up again
speaking
for the following. For the following
Canton, or I'd probably be playing in Canton right now.
Oh my God, you'd already be in New York.
And on that
Oh, my God.
Oh,
that's
that's
great.
fantastic.
No, that's
That's
great.
fantastic.
See, that's
Oh,
with
man.
in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah, not even New York. You'd be
Yeah.
in Brooklyn. They would have traded you for Brooke
Right, a
Lopez,
bag
and,
of potato
and,
chips,
and
and
Kilpatrick.
Yeah, let me get that.
It's like, what's the Jeremy Lin thing looking like right now? Yeah.
Oh,
well,
man.
you got to
That's
joke
awful.
about it. Look, Allie's like uncomfortable. She's like,
I'm not
so
uncomfortable. I'm
She's like,
enjoying it.
Allie,
not
is
uncomfortable
that
at
a
all.
high bun?
Yeah.
That is a high bun.
That's
Ellie
by
has
the way,
a
that's the
super high
highest
bun.
bun I've seen since.
What are your By the way, he
Is
is
this a-
referring to the bun on top of my head, my hair. What
What
is
why
your-
Why
I
did
didn't
you
make
have to
it bun,
specify? Why did you
plural.
specify bun? Bun.
Allie.
I'm
wait.
just making sure,
Sick.
you guys.
Yeah.
This is
Bun.
That's
audio.
a different audience, Allie.
Yes.
Yeah. This isn't Howard Stern.
Yeah. Although, great
So-
podcast, like I said, I've been
Love,
listening.
love.
I've started audio.
Kevin
You-
says,
you're
hey,
lying.
I
You
listen to
haven't-
a lot of podcasts, but I've never listened to yours.
Give us your best podcast voice. If you had your own show.
Hey everybody, this is Spread Love coming to you live from Bracknell, Ohio. We're in Studio 6, about to play some smooth jazz for you. Anyways, we're going to throw it back to RJ and DJ Real C Fry.
Oh my God!
guys like that?
Ladies and
Great.
gentlemen,
That
the
was great.
voice matches the face. Just a
Oh, man.
great-looking guy with an amazing voice.
I have to tell you, I
Just
did
the-
come across a tweet today that
Was it a
people
V?
wanted you. Excuse me?
Was it a V?
With a V.
A picture of a V?
Yeah.
That
A
was on
man V.
Snapchat.
That was on Snapchat.
Man V. She happens
It's a
to be
man
getting a
V.
lot of.
I got
Everybody send her a bunch of
Guys,
man V
man
pics.
V, not
I,
the other way
um,
around.
I got a tweet today that they
Uh-oh.
wanted you on the podcast
Mhm.
because they wanted to see your personality.
My personality.
Yeah, they wanted to not
Guys,
see
you don't
to
see him
hear
through
your,
his-
to hear
You know
your
what?
personality.
His
Ask
personality
LeBron.
seeps through the Oh.
That's easily the
You
best
guys,
joke.
yeah,
That's the
come
best
on.
joke. He's like, ask LeBron.
Yeah. He's like, I did the PC last week.
Oh man,
It
it's
was
so
awesome.
God.
Yeah, this is so funny.
Yeah. And while everybody else is drinking wine, I'm having a old fashioned here.
Just
an
a-
old-fashioned
Don
soda.
Draper.
An old-fashioned
Don
root beer.
Oh, sorry. This podcast is not brought to you. Sorry, I didn't know the rules.
No, there is no rules.
There are no
There
rules.
are no
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
fine.
It's
That's
totally cool. Yeah,
we
yeah.
can talk about whatever you want.
My personality, Allie. I don't know. Like I
think it
said,
comes
I'm the
out.
third smallest leg of the triangle. I
We're
have the least
isosceles.
experience. Yeah. Wow. I have the least experience in the league, so I basically learned from these two guys. And we were before it was the Pac-12 or the Pac-10.
Pac-10, we are the Pac-10. I'm glad because I still kind of view you as a younger guy, even though you're a veteran. So I'm glad
Well,
that
we've
you're.
known each other forever.
I'm
Can
glad
I,
that you're
can
part of
I put the
Pac-10.
listeners in on a little story? Actually, it
Richard knows everybody.
dates back to the lockout and a little bit of even last year before Channing.
Got it.
Yeah, you got before you got here in Orlando, but you were an assistant coach during the lockout because you know
You were an assistant coach?
You live right
Yeah, yeah,
outside
yeah. I
of
live in
of-
Oregon.
you live in Portland, but
Right.
you were assistant coach in
At Lake Oswego.
At Lake Oswego, my former high school. And I walked into the gym during the lockout. I was with my buddy and just kind of asked, how's the team? How's the team doing? How's everybody? And you kind of thought I was
You're a
not
Darsh.
who I was. Yeah.
I thought you were a Darsh. I
Yeah.
was wrong.
And then last year, before we traded for him, I said, "Hey man, just come hang out with us, come chill. Like, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
the NBA is a small fraternity, 450 players,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah, and it changes. There's
That's
like
a
60
small
to 70
fraternity.
turnover every year.
every year. So I kind of came to Channing and said, yeah, and he was a little bit under the weather, I presume, but
Under the
which
weather.
I thought would have made him a little bit of a nicer guy, and
Yeah.
he just kind of never really responded to me trying to reach out and be a friend.
He's not. That's just.
And
not
I'm a
him.
sensitive guy.
You.
Okay.
We know.
Okay, let's go there next.
And I'm so humble.
You will not find a better looking,
More down to
earth, humble,
Yeah.
and sensitive guy out there. Than
How
Kevin
many
Love.
guys are sensitive on this team, and how in the
everybody.
world?
Everyone. We're all.
But
I
I
would
would say
joke about it all the time.
probably everybody but
everybody. Everybody.
Everybody but who?
No, there is no one.
There is nobody.
There's no one that you
Everybody
could-
has their days where
Yeah.
they're super
Yes.
sensitive.
Well,
Yes.
and that I think
We are
that's
constantly
part of our
roasting
passion,
each
though.
other.
Like our passion and our fires, because we are sensitive, we get pissed off, we get frustrated, we're
Yeah.
emotional. Like you go down our lineup, like starting lineup, like
Right. And
Sure.
we're just getting to know Kyle. Like as far as we know, he'll turn into
he'll
team,
definitely
team
become
wolf.
Kyle
he'll
has,
definitely become more
You
sensitive
talk
as
about
he spends
American
more
Eagle?
time around us.
He
He is
definitely
he is
he has
American
some
Eagle.
fire. Yes.
I
he is
feel
so
like I'm
American
gonna what's a mall in Cleveland I've never been. Actually, that's not true. The Banana Republic
The Crocker Park is not
Crocker
a mall.
Park
That's not a mall.
that you
It's
didn't
an
make
outdoor
and
mall.
Channing
It is a
did.
mall.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's that mall that's in Westlake? Or like, no, it's not Westlake, but right over there, kind of by Crocker. What's it called?
A what?
What's that mall called?
Oh, North Olmsted.
The North Olmsted.
North
we have a
North
cock button?
Olmsted.
North Olmsted
North
Mall.
Olmsted.
North Olmsted.
North Olmsted Mall.
She's
It's
trying to
great.
say-
It's
she's trying
no,
to- she's
no. Let me
trying to
take
say-
that back.
she's
Do
It's
they
trying to-
have
in.
an Orange Julius at the mall?
Yes, they do. I believe so. Yeah.
Orange Julius is so good, dog.
Channing
So
keeps
good.
trying to drop
It's
names
not-
of all fast food chains to
So
try and
try to
get
get
like
free stuff.
free
Yeah.
stuff and get
But
sponsor
he
stuff.
but he tags every time he drops it with I don't want any coupons or
But
Oh,
if you
who
want
said that?
promotion or
freebies,
Who
ad.
doesn't
Free
want
stuff.
free stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hit the DMs now.
jeez.
Listen, I'm a promoter.
It's not North Olmsted Mall, by the way. It's Great Northern in North Olmsted.
in North
Is it an
Olmsted.
outdoor mall?
No, indoor.
In
I'm a big
Cleveland?
outdoor mall guy.
Do you
are.
like Crocker? Do you go to the Crocker one?
I do. I
That's
do like
so
Crocker.
far
Yeah.
away from your house.
It is far though.
Yeah.
I will say.
But
So
I
I-
will say that Banana Republic thing you did was great.
honestly, I just what I do is I Uber X. I tell them the gate code.
Tell everybody where you live. What's your address?
Okay, it's Channing. Let me see your phone.
Dude, everybody knows where I live. Though. I live in the most simplest of neighborhoods. Like I thought somebody was dropping off a package, and there was somebody soliciting because there's like a no soliciting. There's not a no soliciting on my door, and the dude was like, "Excuse me, sir." He was like, "Are you who I think you are?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm very tall." And he's like, "No, are you Channing Frye?" And I
Yeah,
was
you look like the Jehovah's Witness type.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have them knock on your door.
Yeah, I accidentally and there's like kind of windows, so I couldn't hide. I was coming down the stairs, and I was like, "Oh, damn, he saw me."
Yeah.
So what kind did you got the coconut caramel?
No,
Or did you
I'm
get
a big the
the
peanut butter
mint?
ones.
Yeah, okay.
No. Ah, the
Wait,
mints.
Channing, you still answer?
By the
your
way-
door? You answer your door?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
no,
I don't.
by the way, if any Girl Scouts want, I am buying.
Please.
Yeah,
All
I
the
just
gra-
bought 7 boxes.
seriously,
I just
I
bought
will
some
buy
boxes.
all sorts of because
$20.
I
Hundreds
am
of
all for
dollars.
that.
Okay, so now
Hit
we're
me
gonna
up on
need,
the Snap if
we're
you're
gonna
a
need
Girl Scout
a
cookie.
local. Well, actually, there's always people at our practice facility who has a daughter or
Yeah,
or
like
somebody.
Rod has
had
asked
a
me
daughter.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Rod will come hunting for the money. He's like, "Yo,
no, but it's
you owe me
hilarious.
$125.
It's also very funny, and it becomes like a competition or a game too. But he's like, "Hey, my daughter, she came in like $200 between. She sold this many more boxes.
It's always a
You
hustle.
know what?
always
Being
nice.
a good father
Support
is
the Girl
always a
Scouts
good
of
look.
America.
We talk about that one day when you're a father that you actually know about.
Know about, yeah.
know about. It's going to be awesome.
Right.
But I can't believe Channing. I can't believe you answer the door. Like I refuse to. Actually, what I do the minute I hear a doorbell, like you guys, everybody here has brothers and sisters. Do you guys ever play the not it game?
Oh, 100%.
The not it game is full effect in my house. Like if the door, if
Like
the
I'm
doorbell,
not answering the door.
no, you just say it's like anything. If you don't want to do something, we're like, oh, where's it? It's like not it. Like not it. So whoever says not it.
Have you ever heard of that, Kevin?
No.
You've
Oh,
never
it
played
works.
the
It
not
must
Have
it.
you
be
ever
a
heard the
previous
finger on the nose?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That's it,
That's
same thing.
basically like
It's the
nose
same
goes.
thing.
Nose
Yeah,
goes.
nose goes.
Nose goes is very similar to the not it game. And with me and my brothers, that's what we used to just play. Like if there's anything that needed to do, your mom would be like, "Hey, will somebody go grab that?" And it'd be like, "Not it." Last one to say it, they always had to go get it. So I don't answer the door for anything.
Well, I
in my
have
house.
middle child syndrome.
Oh, me too.
jeez.
I'm a middle child. Me
That
too.
explains so much about both of you.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, what does that mean though?
What is middle child?
What does it
syndrome?
explain about us?
That
No,
you-
not what is middle child. You're not a middle child,
You know
so you
exactly
cannot.
what
No,
it means.
What
are
does
you
it
talking about? I have studied the syndrome for many years. My brother spent years in
Unless
jail.
you're a middle child, you don't know. You've got
What
the
are you
baby.
talking
You've
about?
got the baby syndrome.
No, it's not a baby syndrome.
Yes,
I had to
you
go
do.
support my brother
being
through
a
through
baby.
the Arizona penal system and Sheriff Joe Arpaio. So
Oh,
yes,
God.
Okay, hang on.
don't
Go
know
back.
about that.
What does it explain about Kevin and I being middle children?
I really feel like anything that I say, you guys are going to take offense to. So
I-
I'm just
I
gonna,
just-
so,
By
I,
the
so
way,
I'm just
do I
going
ever
to
take offense to anything that you say?
so I'm just going to come out and say it. No, I just think both of you guys just the middle child typically is kind of lost in between. You're not the youngest, you're not the oldest. Channing, stay focused.
I am focused.
No, I agree with you. Like, I always everybody has their vice or what they fall back on or something that is a form of escapism. And so I was lucky to have basketball, sports, whatever. So I had that. But like my sister, she was a preemie baby. She was the daughter. She was the baby of the family.
Baby girl.
And then what's the saying? You never love anybody as much as your firstborn. So my
Yeah.
older brother, was the firstborn, and the first to go to college and everything. So I was, just stuck in the middle, and there's if you really understand it if you're a middle child.
Ever
Okay.
since,
That's the only way.
I never thought about it like that because now looking back on my life, that's what I did too.
Yeah.
I always thought of myself as a peacemaker. I'm just a peacemaker. So
That's-
I'm going
you
to do
yell at me
whatever.
all the time. You don't make any peace. You make war.
No, I'm a peacemaker. But now that I think about it, I was always in the gym. I my
No.
social circle was very because I always just ran there.
Right.
My parents found me when I was a little girl. There's a picture
They
sitting.
found you in a box.
Found
that is,
Floating down a
No,
river.
but you
that
know what's
explains
so
a
mean.
lot.
You know what?
they found me behind a chair when I was like 3 years old, reading a book upside down with a tear coming down my face because no one would pay attention to me. So you just kind of go
Was it
and
Lonesome Dove?
Allie,
the
and
book.
that's
The
why-
book was upside down.
And that's how Allie got into
But I was
sports
reading.
broadcasting.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
like,
right.
everyone come look at me.
Right.
Listen to what I say.
Yeah.
I can't read, but I can talk.
I can talk.
What are these words?
What are these
Yeah.
words? Listen
Yeah.
to me.
Anyways, guys, we just watched the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I just kind of finished
Great
up.
segue.
Oh, man.
How about a hell of a sports like 12 months?
You guys just want to
8
get
No,
to
think
this.
about that. If you think about all the, I'm not even talking about series. Like how great, minus obviously, I feel like it was us because we were so much a part of what the Indians did.
Yeah.
Because we were just so. We were
People-
loving.
love it.
Think about it though.
We were
When
there.
you watch, for instance, when you watch like the NFL, like you don't see other sports teams going and you know what I'm saying. They're not showing the Hawks up in the suites.
The
No.
whole-
You know what I'm saying?
No,
we were
not
like
the whole.
we were especially after everything that we went through coming back from 3-1 and winning the championship after 52-year drought and then being there for those guys and just almost you can't even put it into words like
No,
the feeling. I mean, we were
reliving it. We were
reliving it.
We were
and
so
so
every game.
close after the fact.
No, it was tough because everybody wanted them to win so we could keep the party going.
Right.
That's what.
Right.
Like
Right.
and every fan, every Cleveland fan, and it was funny because like my parents at home were like they weren't Indian fans, they weren't anything, but people were sending them or telling them like, hey,
Right.
they're showing Richard on TV, and
Right.
one of the things that I think you and I did in the first round, which was a lot of fun, was go and sit on the third base line.
Yep.
Like we didn't go up into the suite like everybody was up in the suite, but I was like us, me,
That
you,
was
our
me.
trainer Steve Spiro, you came down too. But I'm saying like
I literally sat with you.
I
guys
understand, and I was talking about Kevin and I.
Sensitive.
Oh, see, sensitive.
Mr.
Oh,
Sensitive.
pay attention to me. I'm sorry, Channing and
Hold on, let
I.
me go-
Channing and
let me
I
go
went
make
there
a fort
first.
so I can read my book upside
Channing
down.
and I went there
That's
first,
rude.
and then in the fifth inning, Kevin came down, and we hung out there on the third base line. Is that okay, Channing? Is that a better storyline for you?
It's better.
Okay. And
Which
but
is so much different than
being in the suite,
being in the
man.
suite. While there is a great energy up there, there's nothing like
being in the crowd.
in the crowd and
Smelling the
Living in
sunflower
it.
seeds and the.
Did it make you
60
guys want to go
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
back and relive like the playoffs for you guys?
No.
no, I wanted to go back to my Little League glory days.
Oh, jeez. I couldn't
Yeah.
afford to be in Little League, so what I would do when the lights were on at the junior high, where they would have the Little League, I would walk there from my house, and then I would shoot hoops because the lights were on, so it'd be like playing at night
Yeah.
under the lights. That's how I would.
Let me ask you this. This will tell me a lot about your childhood. Were you like a pants up to the knees guy, or were you down to the ankles type of guy? I might see. I'm a guy. I might switch it up if I'm pitching.
Oh,
No, well, see,
like
but
this
but
question.
this is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like I don't follow that because I didn't play baseball.
Okay, Channing.
Yeah, I was like,
You
Channing
played baseball because you were the kid that was 9 feet tall.
They wouldn't let me.
And
would you bring your
wouldn't
pants
let
up to your
you.
knees or would you put them down to your shoes?
Allie, okay.
Oh, I
Did you
put
play
I
softball?
put 'em
I,
up
put,
to my
I didn't play
knees.
softball. I ran track. However, I understand. I think this is. I think
So
this is a
but
great
you like,
question.
You just said great question, and yet nobody can answer it. Hey,
No,
Rafa,
I-
hook me up, dog. Yeah, see,
yeah.
What? How did
See?
you wear them? This will. No. How about this? This will tell me about you.
I basically did everything that like Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa did.
Just you were a big boy too.
I was a big boy.
Oh, can you
Like,
tell
you know how
us?
you tell
Damn
somebody
hog
like, oh, they're a few
boy.
cheeseburgers away. No, I was a couple cheeseburgers over.
over. That's awesome.
Yeah,
what,
I
what
was-
was the meal plan like again? Fifth,
Well-
Oh,
fifth meal,
man.
sixth meal? What did you guys call it?
Fourth meal? You
The
talking about
fifth-
Taco Bell?
Taco Bell?
Yeah,
No,
fourth meal.
I was
Taco
I was on
Bell's
the
solid.
my my mom worked the entire day and my dad worked the night shift, so my mom was too tired to come on, rightfully so, fix anything. So she'd be like, "Hey, I'm going to make a stop. You guys want anything?" I was like, "Yeah, grab me some fast food."
The addiction, and that's how they addiction.
Emily just wants she just wants
She
like
wants
a,
8
a-
cheeseburgers?
No, she just wants a water and a salad and then like nachos Bill Grande. My
Wait,
mom's
but-
like, that doesn't sound like Emily.
But your little league team, you play with Klay
I
Thompson.
did play with Clay, and his dad. He was the only 11-year-old on the 12-year-old All Stars.
Okay.
Wow.
And he
Was he good? He was good.
he was only 12-year-old.
But I'm just saying, but
he was really good.
And his brother plays. His brother.
Yeah,
Klay
so
Thompson-
Mikey, when I was 11, Mikey played on the 12-year-old team.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was on 11-12 with them.
Okay.
And then Trace, the youngest brother, actually ended up being
A stud.
a stud
Yeah. So he plays
in
for the Dodgers.
baseball.
He plays
but
for
they're
the
all
Dodgers.
studs. I mean, the whole family,
Athletic.
athletic.
Mom is just a sweetheart.
Yeah,
Just really a good family.
no, great family. And actually, Michael used to, because he obviously has worked for the Lakers for how many years now, doing a way better job than
Way
any
better-
you guys are
any
doing
of
on
us are
this. Allie, don't take offense to that. But Michael used to call our Little League games.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad gig. Channing, what do you
By
think
himself?
He used to sit there and call the Little League games,
No way.
and it was like,
Where would it go?
I mean, it was
Like it was
it was
listening.
no, it would be on like a regular. I don't even know how to say it, like an aux cord plugged into this little speaker, and he'd be announcing. He's like, now batting
Wait,
for
so you guys could
Superior
hear- oh, no
Fences
way.
Oh,
in
wow.
Lakeside Lumber.
Oh, that's awesome.
Kevin Love, number
Lakeside
25,
Lakeside
the Big
Lumber.
Show.
Lakeside.
But he was like,
The Big Muffin.
Did you guys ever play in
Channing, that was
how,
terrible.
how could the Big Muffin?
Yeah, the Big Muffin.
The Big Muffin top.
Yeah.
Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Oh, the pork ride.
But no, I look back
Oh,
at my
my
childhood
God.
and just think how
The
crazy
nimble
it is.
marshmallow.
We talked about Channing has always
The nimble marshmallow.
I cracked
Channing's
myself
still
up.
trying to find out more
Oh,
adjectives right
man,
now.
I'm
He's stubborn.
trying. I'm
Somebody said,
trying.
Kevin's not fast, but he's quick in small spaces.
That's what she said.
Oh! Right.
and what she did say was that Channing has always been this tall apparently his whole entire life.
Oh, my
Has
God.
that been your story? Have you always been
6'4"?
What was that number, Channing?
I would
Boyar?
Foyer?
It's French.
I would say, yeah, I was always probably. I mean, I would say probably the tallest, if not the tallest. But I had a size 15 shoe when I was 11 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
really?
That's crazy. Yeah,
That's big. You're a big boy.
I didn't get to 15 till I was 13 or 14. I got to 18 in high school and then stopped.
Right.
Yeah, I stopped at 15.
Here's a question everybody wants to know. How many times do you have to practice those outlet passes in your backyard?
Who wants to know that?
People
Okay.
don't know it.
I mean, I
Seriously,
have,
though.
I think Channing
Because
wants to know.
you have to say, not a lot of people throw.
I know. I really
literally,
hope we have
nobody.
basketball purists listening to this
Oh,
show.
yeah, tons
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
They care.
Seriously.
When they heard
at
Channing
what
Frye's
point-
going to be on, I'm sure they're looking for a stretch 5 to listen to fucking talk on the.
Do the opposite of what everybody tells you to do because you are too small to bang with Shaq and Yao Ming in 2005.
By the way, you've made a hell of a living. I'm going to shake your hand.
Thank you. It's a
Unbelievable.
good grip. Yeah, but seriously though, at what point
Outlet
were you
passing.
like, oh, dude, I'm nice at this?
I'm gonna say though, you didn't have such a good one in New York last night.
Oh, the lob. No, that was a lob. That
Oh,
wasn't
my
an
God.
outlet.
You
Yeah,
call that a
that
lob?
was,
you call that a lob?
It
From
was
half
in
court?
I got caught in between, and I knew it was. right when I threw it, I just.
was like, that's not
I
Kevin.
just
I don't
started
think any
running
of
the
our
other way.
passes
Yeah, that's
were
not
too
me.
good
That's
last
not
night.
me.
It was
I've
very
never been a
bright and
lob
that shit.
guy.
Yeah.
I've never been a lob guy.
But what you are is you are a pump fake, take 2 dribbles to the right, and go bang out on people, guys. Did you see our reaction on the
Oh
bench?
my God.
I saw your reaction.
Yeah,
And that's what I
exactly.
told the media after the game too. They're like, did you see the bench after the game? I said, yeah. RJ, I thought he was going to get a tech because he was past the coach's line.
Oh, yeah. I was way
That's when
past
you
the
were
coach's
stomping,
line. I was
and it was
stomp-
great.
No, I was
You had
excited. I
so
was-
much energy.
Well, because I couldn't make a shot, so I figured I would channel any positive energy I had towards my teammates
Right.
versus just being negative and like, woe is me, like just ready to like.
I literally
like,
told
shoot
Kevin
somebody.
to play before. Hey, I think he could.
No, he did, and I was upset because I went up to lay it left, and it was a little strong. I was like,
dude,
man, if I would have went off
think
2
you could
feet,
dunk it.
I would have,
Bang out, dog.
got on my launching pad.
Your launching
Kevin, how
pad.
about the 1-2 connection right here between these guys when he put it on the floor
Oh,
and
jeez.
RJ gave him the assist? Do you remember that?
Oh,
No, Kev was on.
Did
where
you
Richard
see
was
that?
like, Richard goes, dunk on his head, and I looked. I said, Porzingis. I
swear to
said,
God.
nope. I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Channing Channing pump fakes it, and he gets like, it's like when you start the drive and there's somebody on your hip, so you can't really take off. But he got clear and got free. So I see Channing, and I'm like, oh, go dunk it. And he puts the ball up and then hands it right to me.
Yeah,
Who's 2 feet next to him.
Oh, but
too.
you finished it.
I
Yeah,
finished
Okay,
it,
yeah,
but
that's the play.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember. And Porzingis was right in front of you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, thanks, Channing. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Assist.
Not-
That was
assist.
a big shot, though.
Yeah.
That's a huge shot.
Great pass.
Great
Oh,
pass.
Amazing pass.
It was
Sometimes you got to harness your inner magic.
probably equal level to Bron's pass at the
the
end of the
left
game.
hand
Yeah.
to the corner.
I was like, hey,
No,
that guy's. Oh my God! How did he even see
No,
it?
I went to him after the game when
That's what-
everybody was icing up. I said,
It's ridiculous.
one of the best passes I've ever
People
received.
get so bored of like he
No,
does
it's-
things during the game where you're
no.
just like, that's not humanly possible. Like whether it's his passing or
left-handed,
like, the way he
off
runs.
balance, going away from my side of the
Yeah,
going
yeah.
not strong side, weak
Is
side.
he the best passer in our game right now?
Oh, that's tough.
It's tough,
Who?
but if you
Who is a
throw
better
in
passer?
all other intangibles and you throw in how big he is,
Yeah,
and
he's the
everything
best
that he
passer
does,
from
he's the
that,
best
yes.
passer.
Yeah, he's the
I
best
don't. I think
passer.
it's his vision.
But
it's
it's
not
also.
necessarily. I
it's
mean,
his
yeah.
vision.
But you can have great vision,
And
but
not
if you-
want to throw it.
But not want to throw. But I'm saying it's like you can have great vision, but if you don't have the size, the strength, that like he's like ambidextrous, and so he can throw that thing left-handed across
Right.
the court.
Like the
not many-
bounce passes,
yeah,
the
bounce
angles,
passes.
the-
There's not too many. And
He's
there's a
definitely
willingness to
the
throw it.
most gifted.
yeah, most
How
gifted
much
passer.
pressure does it put on you guys? Like passes like that. Like when you get a pass like that, are you thinking in the moment, "Oh wow, I need to knock this down," or does it settle in after? You know what I'm saying? For instance, like Kyle had that back behind the back pass,
Oh
excuse
my
me,
God.
in Golden State,
Right.
and he didn't hit the shot, and he went up to Bron and was like, "That probably would have been on your highlight reel had I, So
Well, you don't put pressure on you because it's like you see him all the time. I know that not to minimize it, but if you see it all the time, that's just how the ball's going to get you. You want to knock it down, yes, but I don't think it adds more pressure
just wanna shoot.
unless it's a big shot. Like the one that you hit was a big shot because that
Because
was
of the time of the game.
The time of the game, that's a big shot that you want to knock it down. He went through. He made an amazing pass, got you a clean, naked look in the corner. But I wouldn't like the pressure was more the moment than I think the pass.
Right.
Well, for you, or for for you is probably
so
that.
Kevin, do you want to answer?
I mean, I gave all the praise to him. It wasn't even. I mean, I understand the moment and pressure, and that that doesn't escape me in the moment. But at the same time, being able to make that pass in that moment, and if you look at it, when he ends up getting left and jumping, like I said, going away from me in the right corner, he throws it and it actually goes through Porzingis' hands.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he throws his hands up to try to block the pass, and it's already through.
Yeah.
And I have all the time in the world. It's basically a warm-up shot.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just trying to take in a rhythm and shoot the basketball because I had my feet square, my shoulders set.
You are the 3-point NBA champion. You did win the 3-point contest, so
I have.
yeah.
Did you ever do it?
Yeah, I did not win.
Okay.
My
So
form
we
was
have
a
three of
little
them on the
different
team,
back then. Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
There's only one guy.
What do you
leading the
think
team
of
in
Kai's
percentage.
chances this year?
Do you love how we just disregarded your whole outlet question too? I think Kai has a great shot to win it. He's
You
shooting
think
the
so?
ball exceptionally
He
well.
is
His confidence is all-time high.
Underrated shooters. If
Very.
you just sit and watch him just shoot,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like I did not know he could shoot as consistent, just spot shots
It's
as he
effortless,
does.
too.
Because he never shoots
Really?
a standstill.
Really?
He never shoots a
He can-
standstill.
You're saying
shot.
really like wait, you haven't seen him shoot the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
He can
As like-
really shoot
I'm
the
saying
ball.
like
No,
from
I'm
the
saying off
standpoint
the
of-
dribble.
from
Like
the- but-
certain guys can shoot off the dribble,
But-
but I'm saying for him to just catch
Well, but
one
Cha-
after another,
no, he
after
can
another.
really
Well, that's
really
that's
shoot
the thing. If he's doing cross, step back, jab, cash three, and
Right.
it always looks like cash, you don't think that if he's just sitting there
Right.
getting spot shots that thing's
Right.
going to look like money?
Right.
I play with players that have to dribble the ball to get their
their
form
rhythm.
right. Right.
Okay.
I know some guys that can't.
Which
are
one-
not
which one
standstill
are you?
Shooters. Huh?
Which one are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, if he tries to
just
do a
shoot it.
swing, you saw what happened last time.
Yeah, it wasn't
Everything's
good. They
getting
were
deflected.
really good getting into passing lanes, so I just stopped passing.
Yeah,
I
they're
just
like
started shooting.
27th in the league. No, that was made up.
That was made up. So you're
That's
going to
so
make up
made up.
stats.
They're actually really
Channing's
good
the only
on
one that's
defense.
allowed to make up stuff
Yeah.
here.
90% of the game's half mental.
Yogi Berra.
Nice.
Yeah.
Since we're on the topic, though, kind of All-Star Weekend, I want to get what is your thoughts, Kevin, on Russell and what he's doing this year?
Who?
Russell Westbrook.
I mean, especially in speaking of stats, actually, I don't know what the numbers say or pace of play say, but what he's doing, what I've been told is there's a lot more possessions or shots, 30, 40, 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's not taken away from the numbers players put up or Oscar Robinson
Mm-hmm.
put up back in the day, but what he's doing is and James Harden as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bron, there's some games where I'll be sitting there with I'll come out and ask Champ what he thinks. I'll be like, hey, what do you think about the game? And we'll look up, we'll say, well, we need to do a little bit more of this. We need to offensive rebound better. We need to make our free throws aren't whatever. And we'll look up and we'll see Bron has 12, 6, and 3. And at the end of the game, he has 35, 14, and 11.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's unbelievable.
Just over the course of the game. Just
Over the
naturally.
course of the game,
Wow.
he's so efficient, and he's shooting 11 for 16 from the field, and he's getting to the free throw line 11 times, and he's making that pass to the corner like we just talked about. He's just night in and night out what those type of guys are able to do. It's just very, very impressive, especially in today's day and age where ball dominant players are sure they have the ball in their hands most of the time, and they have, I guess, a more of an advantage, some people like to say, but every single night going out there put up numbers like that, it's just unprecedented and unbelievable.
And with that, part 1 does come to a close, but there's plenty more where that came from. Don't forget to subscribe to us on all platforms: iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Revolver Podcast, and Cavs.com. As part 2, Road Trippin' with RJ and Channing, hosted by yours truly, continues with our special guest, Kevin Love, from the nation's capital. I'm your host, Allie Clifton, saying so long.